Hey guys, Frizzy Brony here, and today was a weird one. Watching episode 5 of season 9, and I don't know what to say about this. I think we've hit that moment where we've had the great premiere, and we've had 2 very solid episodes to follow up, and now we've hit that stride of episodes that kind of just exist. I mean, it's a good episode, don't get me wrong. It's just a weird one. Just gonna say, off the bat, this episode has one of the best beginnings out of any season whatsoever. Best opening. Derpy! Straight off the bat we get Mailmare. Oh, I've been wondering where she's been actually over the last couple episodes. I've been looking for the background Derpy and she seems to have been gone, but aww, at least she's back. And that is why we get the most adorable Mailmare kicking things off. And what makes it even better...
We just had a really heavy delivery today.
Oh, she spoke! Oh my god, she spoke.
Well, it's for Twilight.
She spoke more than once. This is big derpiness. When we get derpy words, we are happy. So that is already a very strong opening to Twilight getting a package. And it's from Princess Celestia. Thinking this is going to be a setup for the episode. Kind of is, but we don't actually get to see the princess. Instead, it's just a lot of stuff that Twilight left at Canterlot has been shipped over first class to her. Regardless, we see her sorting through all of her stuff to try and find what she had, including a very cute macaroni picture frame.
Look, remember this? It's the macaroni picture frame Cadence helped me make when I was a filly.
Aww.
Who could forget a masterpiece like that?
All of us when we were younger did macaroni art, except for me. I wasn't allowed, I just used to throw it at people. Regression aside, she finds a book that she notices may or may not be a little contentious for our princess.
Oh no, oh no, oh no!
What's wrong? It just looks like
What
an
is
old
that?
library book.
Exactly! It belongs to the Canterlot Library. That means it's
Tardy.
overdue. My little boy.
Is this really going to be the premise of an entire episode? Really? Yeah. This is when it dawns upon you that we're not getting an episode with the girls, we're not getting an episode with the princesses. What this episode entirely revolves around is Twilight Sparkle and a book that she returned late. That is it. Late fees, and which, for Twilight, that is a big thing. After all, she is an absolute perfectionist.
Oh, I've never turned in a book even a minute late. And this one has been overdue since I left for Ponyville.
Naturally, she starts Twilighting hard. We knew this was going to happen as soon as we went in with the late fee on the book. But now we actually get one thing which I genuinely was very happy to see.
Spike! Quick, find me that old copy of Predictions and Prophecies.
Oh!
What's that for?
Oh my god! Oh, it's episode 1.
It was a gift from Moondancer.
Oh!
Oh, Spike, you know we don't have time for that sort of thing.
I was going to say, I don't know if they were reusing the footage, but oh, that's actually nice. I like that. Getting a flashback to episode 1, season 1 was phenomenal, especially because I couldn't tell whether it was reanimated or whether they used a mixture of reanimated and repurposed footage. But just the fact it went back tying episode 1 to something was absolutely phenomenal for me. I love that kind of attention to continuity. Even if it's a detail they added in, rather than one that was there that we might have seen and not paid attention to. So Twilight makes her way to Canterlot to return the book to her faithful librarian and see if she can't win back favour on her perfect record, because at least she's returning the book, eh?
Yes, but the ones in there have a special Canterlot library-y smell.
You sniff books?
You don't?
Oh, jeez.
You still live in a library. If I'm not a good example of proper book-borrowing behavior, then what kind of princess am I?
One that makes mistakes like every pony else. Trust me, once you return that book, you'll feel way better.
But upon reaching the library, she finds that things may have changed a little bit more than she bargained for.
But I do need to speak with Dusty Pages about a sensitive matter. Dusty who?
Uh-oh. Now Twilight and the rest of the audience think this is going to be it. We can hand the book in, episode's done, we can focus on something else. But no, just for some good measure, we've got to have some bureaucracy thrown in there.
You need to go and see First Folio.
Okay.
The grossly overdue book return office for ponies who should know better. In the basement, because of the shame.
I've got to use that more often, just because of the shame. So Twilight goes down, down deeper into the dungeon to find First Folio, because the basement is the only place for the shame. Once again, I absolutely do adore that sound clip. Let's just play it again.
In the basement, because of the shame.
I love it. But upon reaching the door and the office of First Folio, we find there may be, once again, another little bit of a problem that Twilight was not foreseeing.
Out to lunch on Restaurant Row. Guess we'll have to try back later.
Ah, well.
No, I can't wait another minute to return this book. In the time it took us to get there, I racked up another...
So that's First Folio.
It's in late phase!
With names like that, you really are sort of niching yourself for future career choices. And this is but the first stepping stone in where you see the running theme of this episode. We're told to go somewhere, that person's not there. We go somewhere else, the person is there, but another problem arises, as we find out when we go to find First Folio.
Twilight, is
Since when did Spike...
Moon Dancer, how
Woo!
you been? I'm just visiting.
Oh my god, she's actually out and about socializing.
Oh, it's good to see
Ish.
you. I'm just meeting my friend, First Folio, for lunch. Do you want to join us?
Of course.
First Folio, yes! I mean, thank you.
Just gonna say, the episode in the restaurant is actually a pretty decent one, simply because of the mistake of Spike's identity, and the fact that we get Moon Dancer again. That is always something that I like seeing, little characters coming back, because we haven't seen her in a while, and it's always nice.
Oh, Dusty Pages left the library moons ago. Didn't you know?
And so after being guided to the house of Dusty Pages, now comes the tedious part of the episode. Because there is a pony with a chest hair that really did off-put me a little bit. The fact that she had moved house and done the whole thing of not registering an address, leaving some mail, I've dealt with that before in the past, and it can be annoying sometimes. However, in this case, due to the fact we don't have a concrete destination for her to go to, we now get the part where it becomes any part of an RPG's most grinding part. Oh, this is just turning into the fetch quest from Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Yeah, this is just turning into the Find General White quest. It's time to search, and we go through all the locations with a little montage which has a piece of music in it which is actually quite catchy. Not gonna lie, I did like it. Even if it did get reused over and over and over and over. It's like a menu theme. There really isn't much here. So after doing the rounds and searching everywhere that has the word silver in it, we finally get to a retirement home, and I'm surprised one of these does exist in the pony world. Don't know why I thought it would be something that you wouldn't see, but when I saw it, I kind of did have a little moment of, oh, that makes sense. And even though I did joke about seeing the apples there, we did see a few of the apples there.
In sight.
Aww. So this is where the Apple family goes, right? Huh.
Sorry to interrupt your
Oh, it is the
plan,
apples.
but we're looking for Dusty Pages. Have you seen her?
Now, I'm not sure if Hasbro is aware of what it's doing, or whether or not it's the creative team, or they're just pandering to the fans. But the receptionist at the retirement home, she was way too adorable for any right for a background character to be.
Excuse me? Yes. How may I help you?
Ah, she's too cheery.
Do you have a resident
But
named
her main
Dusty
is adorable.
Pages? Oh, yes. Her apartment is in the next complex, ground floor.
Aw, I like her, but I don't want to. She's too cheery. She's
Can't
adorable.
believe that my carelessness set
Ah,
her here.
damn
Wish
background
I knew that
characters.
place of
So we've confirmed we've got the right place. We know where she's going to be. After all, it's a retirement complex. We've got her apartment. What could go wrong? Oh, what's gonna happen? Please tell me she's... Oh, okay. This is weird. Wait, where did... Huh? So we go around the facility, seeing all the different activities that can be done, and seeing if we can't find Dusty Pages. And once again, we have the same montage music all over again. Back to the montage. So eventually, after going through all of the events, we managed to actually track her down, playing with the band. And I've got to say, compared to how her hair was done up, seeing it all sort of cut and down was actually quite nice, seeing her sort of cut loose a little bit. And Twilight does go to say hi to her old friend. Although it doesn't quite go as Twilight planned.
No, thank you. I don't ever need to see that library again. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have somewhere to be.
Now I'm going to hold my hands up here. When we saw Dusty's reaction, I did make a very, very bold assumption. Something that I thought was going to play back due to an earlier moment from a reactionary glance that the librarian gave.
She's worked here forever.
Aww.
I'm sorry, Princess. I don't know her. Now, was there some other way I can help?
Oh, there is a conspiracy. There's a conspiracy here. I honestly thought it was going to come back to something had happened there, and that was going to be a minor contentious point. However, we'll dwell on that later.
She didn't seem to want to talk.
You surprised her, and she probably had something else on her schedule. That thing is packed. Come on, what have you got to lose?
Everything. So Dusty doesn't actually really like the idea that Twilight's come back about this particular book. And rather than actually explaining, she kind of storms off and just prolongs the plot for a little bit longer. So Twilight tracks her down to the pony equivalent of paintball. And no, I'm not lying on that one. You've seen the episode. You know it's true.
A squishy fruit food fight tournament?
Not gonna lie, pretty awesome.
Hey, every pony, we come in. Pieces.
And this is where Twilight gets to sit down with Dusty Pages and explain everything that's going on. And legitimate, it is a sweet moment.
All those years I spent hiding away in that library, trying to be perfect. When your book never came in, I felt something exhilarating.
What was it?
Freedom. Books? From perfection. I was too stubborn to know when to call it quits. It took your mistake to make me realize that I wasn't living the life I wanted.
Subtle lesson. So yeah, technically Twilight did ruin her career, but at the same time it kind of liberated her from her perfectionism, so yeah, I think it checks out. We'll let this one slide for now. However, this does still leave the point that Twilight has a book that is tardy and needs to be returned. So naturally, she goes back to Canterlot to settle affairs and pay the late fee on a book that is 8 generations overdue. No, not generations. Seasons. Then again, it might have been funnier if it did go over for 4 generations rather than seasons.
Total late fees come to...
However much
Your
it is,
entire
I'll cover
fortune.
it. Do you have a monthly payment plan?
28 bits.
That's it?
Yeah, most ponies don't know it caps at a month. Probably because I don't tell them. Thank you. Our account is...
I wonder if actual libraries have policies like that. There are none nearby me that I want to check it out, though. But if there are any, let me know, because that would actually be kind of awesome. That joke got me and tickled me so hard. I don't know why I'm pointing up here because there's no video footage, but still, I feel I need to point. Yeah, it's a decent episode, but if it's taught us one thing, always sniff books. And so we come to the resolution of the episode. The simple message behind it is that perfectionism is something that's nice, but nothing that you should strive for. And always know that imperfections and even mistakes are sometimes more beneficial than doing things right. It's not a bad lesson to learn. But in terms of an overall episode, it was a little bit middle of the road. Nothing high point, nothing low point. So we've hit that sort of middle ground so far. This is definitely, and I hate to say this, out of the 5 episodes we have got, this is the lowest. But by no means does that mean it is bad. This is a perfect example of an episode that, if it was on its own, in the middle of a season, not episode 5, but more so episode 7, 8, 9-ish, would have been more suited. However, I liked it. It was a nice episode, and some of the music in it was actually pretty catchy, even if that montage tune did just chug and chug and chug. But what about the episode? What did you think? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was a good middle ground? Were there little details in it that I missed that you actually saw? Let me know in the comments down below. Give it a like, share it around to your friends, and actually, I don't normally do this, but drop a subscribe if you would. And obviously at the end of this we are going to have the bonus reactions for the bits I couldn't quite snip into this. But until next time, guys, enjoy the bonus reactions, and until the next vid, bye-bye. This is Big Derpiness. She's precious! She is so precious! Okay, episode is done. I don't need any more. That's it. Done. Twilight's done.
My G1 Star Swirl figure and some of my favorite schools.
G1.
My extra credit report on
Oh, jeez. Ah, young Twilight. Oh my god, Twilight without wings. Oh, this is weird. Oh no.
Is that the new edition of Moon Curve 7 Theories on Bending Time? I have been waiting for the
No.
since-
No time travel.
no
No time travel for Twilight. Maniac on the front cover. Love it.
Fine.
I think I've got Maniac somewhere in one of these drawers.
Without this long will probably cost $1,000.
Yeah, there she is. Haha. Oh, okay. This is weird. Wait, where did... Huh? I mean, don't you just pull the pocket?
No, we are fixing this now. This place isn't that big.
Why did that get me?
Fine.
That legitimately got me just pulling a pocket watch out of nowhere. Aw.
Here to take 5, every pony?
Oh, Twilight Sparkle, my stars!
I want to kill you for losing my job!
Doing here?
I never knew how abacuses worked. I had one when I was younger and I just knew to clack it around. I never knew how to actually add with them.
Wish I knew why she won't go back.
I probably should learn.
Ask her. I'm not upset with you.
You're not?
No, if I'm mad.
I'm upset with Princess Celestia.
No, it's an old edition. We've already replaced it with a new copy.
In that case,
Right,
can we
edition.
keep it? It might be a good reminder.
I don't know why. Her voice is kinda... I don't know if I like it or not.
It's got a stain.
I don't know if I like her voice or not, but still. Oh, something in my ear just popped.